lie. You know what I'm saying? In my head, I'm like, what? Bro, this is crazy. Because I haven't had, like, an interview where it's like on some, like, Zoe shit. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you feel me? So, like, this is cool. So, when the email came and I started doing, like, my research, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I've heard some of the songs, and in my head, I'm like, yo, like, this is crazy, bro. Nah, like, what you doing, bro, is fire. Like, cause like I was telling them on the ride over, I'm like, yo, like I used to listen to like Ingrosso, Axwell, bro. You know what I'm saying? Eric Prydz. You know what I'm saying?
My first Life, bro.
You feel me, bro?
Yeah.
Like that's what like I can. So like when I was listening to your shit, bro, it really brought me right back to, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I started digging deeper into like the records that I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But damn, yo, it's the Museum TV, man. That was my intro, low key. I don't even know, you know what I'm saying? My dog. But nah, man, yo, bro, this is a dope like experience right now. This is one of the first times that we actually doing an interview in the House of Blues, so shout out to that. But you already know my name is Noble, creator Museum TV, man. You already know it's freaking tenting season, man. If you need any tents done, man, holla at your boy, man. We're definitely taking care of people, as well as the embroidery work. We got the embroidery work going crazy for ourselves and for others, you know what I'm saying? It's not even just a Museum TV thing. We're trying to, you know what I'm saying, help your ideas come to the forefront as well, you feel me? But today, man, I'm here with my man Chaka as well, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm
look.
in the building, you know.
Yeah,
Newest host of the Museum TV,
yeah,
2022.
Chaka did, bro.
And every
Let 'em know
Tuesday,
what's good,
every
bro.
other Tuesday, you can find us at the Sound Lab in Brockton. We have a exclusive
The
event
Testing
called
Lab.
the Testing Lab, where we got 10 panelists, we got 10 artists. They come and perform and get feedback, and it's a beautiful
fact.
event.
That's a dope concept.
Nah, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is, you know, we always have people like asking us like what, you know, like what we think of their music, and this is kind of like a way to kind of organize that, you know what I'm saying? So it's dope, and a way for us to keep up with new talent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But that's neither here nor there, bro. We're here for you. You feel me? First and foremost, happy belated, bro.
Thank you
know
so
what I'm
much.
saying?
Thank you.
We actually came through with some stuff for, you know, funny.
Oh, you serious?
You know what I'm saying, bro? You think you can grab me that blue bag there? You know what I'm saying? I'm Zoe, bro. I have a problem with giving. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
it's just,
thank
you know
you,
what I'm
bro.
saying? It's just a part of us. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
thank you,
So
thank
I got
you.
that on there for you, bro. I got the
Oh,
Boston
you got-
BAYO. You know what I'm saying?
You got me.
2022.
You got me.
You
You
know
got
what
it
I'm saying?
embroidered and shit. Oh,
Yeah,
yo, amazing.
I actually have the embroidery company. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying? I was
amazing.
just saying.
Thank
feel
you.
me?
Yeah, like in the intro. Thank you so much.
I actually got some Haitian Mother's Day card for you too. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
amazing.
Hold it
Look at
down
this,
for
my
Mom
mom.
Deuce. That's
Shout out, Mom.
actually my company that actually stopped, bro. But then I got some socks for you
yeah,
as well, bro. You
Alright.
feel me?
Shop
that,
Museum
man. Nah,
TV,
it's
man. They got
Museum TV,
shop
man.
the
I'm saying
Museum
we here for
TV,
you, bro.
man.
But nah, it's bro's B-Day, so I had to hold you
Yeah,
down.
you got me.
You know what I'm
you got
saying? You
me.
ain't been here since 2019, you
That's
said?
right, yeah, 2019.
So it's been a
Pre-COVID.
couple of years, bro.
That's
Now
correct,
you throw all
bro.
that stuff back in there, man. You know what
Yo,
I'm saying?
thank you
But
so
nah,
much.
definitely I'll
That's
customize for
I
you,
really
bro.
appreciate that.
Nah, 100%, bro. We got that off to the side for you, bro. But nah, all right. So I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I said, this is my first time like on some Zoe shit. You know, my parents are a little older, and so like coming up in the household, like I was listening to like Tropicana and you know Septentrional. You
Yeah.
already know like the OGs.
Yeah, the classics,
You
yeah.
feel me? So like, you know, what would you say is kind of like the bands that you were coming up listening to? You know what I'm saying? Coming in Haiti.
It's so funny. When I was in Haiti, my dad had a band called Scandal.
Okay, yeah.
And my dad's Haitian and my mom's Guyanese, and I grew up in Port-au-Prince, right? And
Shout out to that. Shout out to that. Shout out, Pops.
shout out to both my parents. I love them, biggest inspirations. And growing up in Haiti, my dad's influences were actually not Haitian groups. Funny enough, his influences were like 80s new wave music. So he liked Tears for Fears, and he liked Art of Noise, and like that kind of stuff, like Bowie, and then like my mom was like really into like classic rock.
Wow.
And then like current music. So it's crazy. Like my experience with Haitian music, like classic Haitian music, was on the radio, and it'd be what we'd hear in the drives like to school. And I think that's kind of I would like if I had to guess, that's why I started with electronic music first when I started producing, because I was listening to it through my parents, like those kinds of vibes. Looked online, started downloading stuff, and then with the Haitian music, it was like in my subconscious, and then it was just like it's in the background the whole time. But I just
you
didn't.
there.
Yeah, I didn't know how to incorporate it, right? And I was like, I always wanted to pay respects when I would actually like start working on that. So it took me like 7 or 8 years in my career before I felt confident enough to like give it a shot and like try to incorporate Haitian music.
Cause for me, bro, just again being on the outside looking in, you know what I'm saying, my parents being a little older, like and then just being here in America to have thought to blend electro and combine like rah and stuff like that, bro. Like, yo, bro, like that's nutty, bro.
Thank you.
Know what I'm saying? That's nutty. But like for me, like it's always like the blends that kind of like push things through, because like your career has honestly been fire, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
So it's just like, all right, like what made you back in 2011? Like what was that epiphany moment, bro? Like
I think when I started uploading music on SoundCloud, that was the point where SoundCloud was crazy, because you could have a song that could go viral.
That's a fact.
And you could get a career off.
No, that's
it.
a fact. That was like during like the Broke Boy, Playboy Cardi
Yeah,
era.
so many people popped off around that time, and like, and I had a few things on Hype Machine that went viral, and I got number ones. And before that point, I had maybe 200 plays.
Wow.
And then like
that's crazy.
Viral moment, blog started posting it, and then 25,000 plays overnight.
Nice.
Got requests for remixes and stuff, and then that was off bootlegs. Those weren't even originals. Like I was just doing remixes with no stems. Like I'd download the song on YouTube and like make a flip, and it started going off. Then the first official artist I think I remixed was actually Childish Gambino. And then we went to lunch. That was insane. So that was the first. I was 19. I was still in college. Yeah, and then that was like the beginning.
2011 is actually way before Broke Boy. Now that I'm thinking about it, so you was ahead of the game.
Yeah,
bro.
this was like indie rock, like Blog House. So this was like Broke Boy, Cardi, like those breakout SoundCloud moments happened 2015, 2014.
Further.
So that it was all interconnected though. Yeah, like all of that stuff happened basically back to back, and I think, it was crazy because I just did it for fun. I had no idea it was gonna go. Wow. Never ever would have thought.
That's just nutty, dog. Yo, bro, that's how I be going, fam. Chaka, you got anything for bro?
Yeah. So me not being Haitian, right? It's my first Haitian flag party tonight. Yeah. So I want to know for the people who aren't Haitian who are watching, what can you expect from BAYO?
BAYO is all about us sharing Haitian culture. That's literally the name BAYO. It's a way for us, for all these artists that are part of this collective. And then we talked about this right before the interview, right? Like the idea behind this is it's a platform to allow all of these amazing artists that you might not know about, but who are incredible, right? To have the biggest stage, so that you actually receive them in a way where they're stars. Like you get it. Okay. Because I think for a lot of international artists that might have gigantic followings back home, but then they come to the States and it might not be the right format for them to thrive. That was the idea with BAYO. It's like catering it, so it's literally a trip into Haitian culture.
And if you don't know, BAYO, if it was translated in English, is give them. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like you know what I'm saying. So that's
it. Tonight.
That's it. You're gonna get a lot of gifts tonight. That's the thing, because we have so many artists, so it's a beauty, to get to do this.
So, bro, it's May. You know what I'm saying? It's Mental Health Awareness Month. Yeah. That's one thing that's like huge with me, because I feel like we always talk about like the mechanics of things, but we never talk about the psychology behind like how you're supposed to feel during certain situations, whatever the case may be. Can you give us, like a technique that you use to kind of like, keep your piece together, bro? Because like, doing what you're doing, I know requires a lot of balance. So, what do you, kind of account to keeping your peace? You know what I'm saying? If there's a technique you can give.
Definitely any way that you can stay centered and grounded. So personally for me, that's a mixture of family, meditation, quiet, with the noise, because I think like, especially because I've done this now I think this is my 11th year that I've done this. I've gone through ups and downs, so I've seen like the craziest moments. Like I just had my first number one in the U.S. with Ed Sheeran and J Balvin. And I played completely empty shows, and I had so many people not respond to emails, and like not want to do stuff together when I started, and like even throughout my career. And I think when you're in a situation where, especially as an artist, right, like you're exposed to constant like stimulus, like crowds and people telling you, yo, I love your stuff, like it's constant. That noise, it ends up being like noise, because you kind of forget what it sounds like when there's nothing happening.
Because it's almost like they're like, you're always getting lifted up, but you forget sometimes.
The chorus.
You forget where the ground's at.
The core is essential, and I think in those moments, and I'm really lucky to have like a lot of great mentors as well that I've spoken to and have shared with me that have been in these situations in the past.
Yo, take care of your OGs, man.
Absolutely, you gotta pay respects.
Take care of your OGs.
Nobody's here without the OGs, like nobody. And I think like for any of these artists or anybody that's in any kind of job, to be honest, it doesn't just have to be art. Take some time for yourself when you need it. Don't be scared to say no.
Yeah.
Right.
Like practice your no.
That's a deep one right there.
No.
Yeah, that's a deep one right there.
Yeah, that's essential. And then you get peace. Like peace is so important to have a long lasting career.
Number one, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, I did want to ask, speaking of mental health, yo, I know, you're half Haitian, half Guyanese, and I found out that you actually grew up in Haiti. I thought you might have grown up in the States, low-key.
Nah.
So you grew up in Haiti, bro, dog. Like, what was it like, bro? We're talking about mental health, man. What kind of, like, shit did you have to, like, get over? Like, being, half Haitian, half Guyanese growing up around all the zones.
Yo, honestly, I think that Haitians, there's this term that's always used, like, Haitians are resilient. Mm-hmm. And it's true. Haitians are absolutely resilient. The stuff that Haitians have been through throughout their entire history, comparable to like any other nation, is really intense.
It's
like,
a fact.
Yeah. It's super intense.
That's
country's history, and I think resilience has two sides to it. It is a good quality because you're able to push through the most difficult moments, but at the same time, it's like, should people have to be resilient? And it's like they constantly have to be on, and like have to figure shit out, and like I hope I can curse on this.
No, you good, bro. Yeah, you good.
But like having to keep pushing through and like putting a smile on when it doesn't necessarily, require, like it's not the case for that, right? And I think Haitians are amazing at that, and that's why Haitians are such great creatives, because they have to be.
Yeah, facts.
It's like, if you get a shot to do anything, you're gonna do it because that might be your shot to thrive, or to get out of a bad situation. So I think that in terms of mental health, that's kind of like permeating the culture in a lot of ways. It's just like always there. It's just like underneath everybody's minds, like constantly. And I think that it's a double-edged sword. It makes for super successful, like thriving.
Talk that, bro.
Like
Talk that,
thinking
bro.
big picture, like always doing the impossible, and it's amazing. And at the same time, I always feel like you got, for those kinds of people, especially when they're super high achieving, they're probably also not turning it off when they should be. And that's the balance again.
I guess I suffer from that myself, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? I guess I suffer from that. My people know me. But now, yo, bro.
How did you feel when you got called the Young Wyclef? Because I saw that, and that was like, that blew my mind, because that's like next level. I could imagine, I'm Jamaican, but I could imagine for a Haitian being called the next, like, Young Wyclef is like next level.
That was crazy. I mean, I think Clef, the Fugees, his entire discography, what he's done in music, like, The Score is one of the best-selling albums of all time. Till now.
And even on his production and the way he produces
he's a true legend.
Super slept on. I don't think a lot of people even know how much he's really, like,
how much he put into the Fugees.
He put into the Fugees alone.
And that's like, till today, I was just looking this up, it's still the highest selling rap album of all time. Wow. Still 20 something years later, 30
that's
something.
Crazy.
And I think that for personally, right, like coming from Haiti, being influenced by that, like to hear that from somebody that like has meant so much to me my whole life, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel. He called me actually before he posted that.
Wow.
And he was like, because we had been texting, but he like properly called me, and he was because he was seeing all this stuff happening, and he was just like, bro, this is crazy. Like you're me when I was in your position, but you're further along than I was. And I was like, coming from you, bro, like that's it's like it's the biggest honor, to be honest. Like it's incredible.
That's dope, man.
Nah, Clef was one of the zones I was definitely repping for us in the 90s when it was hard to be Haitian, nigga. The 90s was crazy for us up here, bro.
He's actually one of the first Haitians I know who claimed to be Haitian.
Yeah.
So it's like, growing up, I remember, like, now it's everyone's, like, Haitians are proud now, but I remember growing up, it was hard to be Haitian. It wasn't an easy thing. Like, when you lived in the inner city or anywhere in America, pretty much, probably, it came with a stigma that now you guys have erased.
Yeah.
So I feel like creatives like you who are putting, like, Haitians in in like a new thought process. Like you don't look Haitian, so when people even see you doing all of these amazing things and you're like, no, I'm Haitian, it's like, wait, what? Like, you know, like, so I feel like that's alone is bringing like the Haitian community up, and it's making you guys even more powerful, you know. Like,
nah, that's a fact.
Thank you.
I only got by because I played basketball, bro. Dogs, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for dancing and basketball, bro, it would have been slow for me too, bro. It would have been super slow.
That's funny.
That's a fact, bro.
So me and Noble both, we're huge dance hall fans.
Okay.
So growing up, we both he used to come to my high school after school, and that's where everyone who was into like dance hall and stuff would be there. So like, where did you get your start in DJing?
DJing for me was actually before producing. So when I was in school in Haiti, I had some friends that were they would kind of do these house parties. But it was pretty big for high school. Like they were doing like 100, 200 people at these parties. Just not like, to me that was crazy.
Right.
So the funny thing is my parents are super reserved. So when I wanted to DJ, I was 15, 16, and I was just like, can I play at my friend's party?
Right.
And my dad's like, all right, I'll take you. And he literally came with me to this party, arms crossed, standing behind me.
Yeah, that's
and like that's how I started.
That's the typical Haitian story right there. Haitian fathers don't play that.
Yo, he's like, you gotta be home by 10. You're gonna do this set, and I did the set, and I did a couple of those, and people really liked it, and that started me getting to open for some really big artists. So like I opened for Avicii when he came to Haiti when I was like 17 or 18.
Wow.
Got to open for a few artists, and I think at that I was also like DJing EDM music before I DJed any other genre. So it's crazy. Like what you're gonna hear today and what I played when I started is like two different people.
Wow.
But I still maintained some of those influences when I started because it got me where I am.
Yeah.
So, bro, like now that we're like really learning that, like, you know, you spent a good chunk of your life in Haiti, bro. Like, what was it like breaking out in Haiti, though, bro? Because like again, on the outside looking in, it's like, where are the resources? Where are the alley-oops at? You feel me? Like, unfortunately, but like how was it like, you know, breaking out?
I think what helped me was, at that point, electronic music was forums. So people would go online and, like, they'd go to Swedish House Mafia forum, or they'd go to, like, Laid Back Luke forum, and it's just online, and it'd be, like, all these music nerds, yo, like, everybody producing and commenting and sending their tracks, like, yo, can you listen to my track? And it's, like, another producer in London or in like any other part of the world, and I did that first, and that's how I started getting better at producing, because I was like, when I look back, all these guys that I was in these chats with are now killing it. They're all Grammy winners. They're all like platinum selling art, and like we didn't know, we were kids, but when we were kind of like networking, training ourselves. Didn't even know. And we were all in different parts of the world, and so I think that helped me a lot, because the internet gave me like two sides of my career. It gave me the international side that was pushing me towards like just trying. I didn't have a reference point. I was just like, yo, let me just try and make it better and get these people I don't know to like it. And then in Haiti, I could see it. And when I was doing the shows, I was like, oh, okay. That thing I just did actually went off. So like, let me tweak it.
Was this like social media, internet, or like message
boards?
Message boards. So on the message boards.
Yo,
that's crazy.
This is like
crazy.
Kaza, LimeWire.
Yeah, that's
crazy. Message board. Like that's crazy. The nerdiest
for
shit.
the younger kids, that was like before social media was a thing.
It's
so
crazy.
Hitting people up was actually super difficult.
It was so hard.
And, you know, back then, all our parents probably told us like, don't be talking to people on the internet. Like, you know, people didn't have profile pictures and their whole life history on there. So you're just guessing when you're talking to somebody. You're hoping they know what they talk about.
Right. So, I mean, so my brother, you know, I'm coming from his own perspective. You feel me? So, speaking to how earlier we was talking about like how people kind of, when you tell them, you know, what your mix is, and then you tell them you're Haitian Guyanese, and they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
So, you know, for those watching that don't know, like, how did mom and dad meet? You know what I'm saying? Like, how, like, you know, when did mom get to Haiti, bro? And, you know, Haitian Mother's Day coming up, you know what I'm saying? Being in Haiti, does she celebrate it with the Zos, or does she stay with the Guyanese customs? Or
she gets both, which is nice. So she got, but my parents met in Miami, actually. In college.
Shout out Miami.
Yeah, Miami's like, it's important. So they met in Miami, and then moved down to Haiti and had me in Haiti. And yeah, my mom's background is pretty mixed. So she's Chinese, Indian, black, and then my dad's side is also mixed, so it's black, white, and I don't even know. So I'm super mixed.
Oh.
I just came out looking like super Asian because I guess my mom's genes were really strong.
Yeah.
But, it's funny because the mix, to most people, they just think I'm Filipino.
Wow.
So like, I get Filipino, and like to the point where like at the airport, this happens so many times. I get like somebody Filipino come up to me and be like, and like speak Tagalog to me, and I'm like,
I'm sorry.
I'm actually Haitian, but I appreciate,
Hey,
and
that's
so in Haiti, imagine.
And I know that you say you're Haitian, they're like,
nah, in Haiti,
bullshit.
in Haiti, and I think that's what's been so cool is to have this moment right now and to get to work with so many different people and like put on Haiti, in a major way. It brings me so much joy because growing up, I looked different in Haiti.
Yeah.
And I had to really reaffirm what being Haitian meant, and I had to understand that internally. Like I was like so solid and
Right, deep inside,
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah, so
This is deeper than how I look.
yeah.
Like.
So it was I think very important to how I was able to work on the stuff I'm working on now.
I think, and just exactly what you just said, bro. I think it's super important that, like, you spent your time there, and, when somebody outside looking in, they'll see an image and they're like, that's not what I expected. Now it opens up the mind to thinking that there's diversity in Haiti.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's, like, wild important, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, I mean, wow, like, so, shit, like, for me, bro, like, can you, like, kind of bring us down, like, memory lane just a little bit, bro? Like, what's been, like, your favorite collabs?
This is a tough one because I got to work with so many incredible artists.
Shout out to the J Balvin. World Cup.
We did a World Cup.
Yep,
we did the World Cup sign.
Yep.
So I can try and list a few. I think when I first like really had that big moment with J Balvin, that was incredible because that started a friendship, and we've been really close since. We worked on an album, won a Grammy together. Like we did all this amazing stuff together.
And Latin Grammy, right?
Yeah, Latin Grammy together for like we got 3.
And now you got a #1 in America.
And we got a #1 in America together.
Big.
And it's
That's
like,
big.
and he's been a great friend. We went like skydiving together and stuff. So like that relationship, really important to me. Another artist, Paul Boboin, one of my boys, like family. Another key core member of BAYO, helped found it. We've been working on his album. Call him my brother. He's like actually my brother, and I think like that's the beauty of being in this career and getting to work with so many different types of artists. For me at least, like I approach it like family. So if I'm not connected to the person, we probably won't make a song. But if I connect with that person, it's gonna be like going all out, working on so much stuff together. And yeah, I'm really grateful. Like I've had a chance to do that, and like I had a list of collaborators I wanted to work with, and it was like the biggest names, and a lot of them aren't even announced yet. Like people don't even know what's about to happen. But like I worked with every single artist I ever wanted to work with. Every single one.
Once I saw the picture of you with J Balvin and Ed Sheeran,
That's hard. Like,
I was like, that's like
super hard.
Like that's every kid's dream right there.
Yo.
Like, like those are two separate artists from two separate genres, but they're the top of their genre.
Yeah.
So that's what blew my mind about it. It's like, and then you're the man in the middle who's Haitian from Haiti,
blending it.
like. You're like inspiring so many people. Like it's just next level,
That's
like,
dope, bro.
Thank you, man. Yo, I think it's so funny because like my friend, one of my boys since I was young, was at my place for a couple of days, and he was just making coffee or something in the kitchen, and I got a FaceTime, and I'm talking on this FaceTime, like talking about music, and I'm like, all right, yo, so Ed, I'll send this stuff to you later. All right, dope. And then he's like, yo, which Ed was that? I was like, that was Ed Sheeran. And he's like,
you just talking all regular.
What?
Like,
What is going on? And that, to me, that I never thought that was gonna happen. That was
right.
And all these people are mad cool, man. That's the coolest part. Like I actually love working with them, so it's been a blessing.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Bro.
So, do you have any advice for any upcoming producers on maybe on their journey, on like some advice that you can give them on what maybe a step they can take or something they should focus on?
I would say, for me personally, what was really helpful was learning as much as you can about the history of all the genres that you love. So like looking back at like what your favorite artists used to listen to. So when because like whatever you like in your favorite artist is an amalgamation of like probably 10 different things. And I remember I would pour over interviews. Like I'd like watch every interview from all the artists that I love, like Pharrell, like all these different people. And I'd just be like, yo, what did you listen to when you were younger? And it was always surprising. It's stuff that you would never think.
Right.
And I think as you listen to more music, you like learn more about song structure. You learn more about like what production really like helps make songs great. When you do that, then you know, okay, I can apply that to what I'm doing. Right. And so for any upcoming producer, like that's been really helpful. Like know your classics. Like go and do some research. Like learn about the history of what you're doing if you can. And then also just do what you love. Like if you don't love the music you're making, something's wrong. Right, like you have to actually really love it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. We're from Boston, bro. You know what I'm saying? We Boston niggas, bro. We wear that everywhere we go. You know what I'm saying? Obviously Haitian, Boston, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do it. But one of our most popular and most, you know, like identifiable things is our slang. And dead dogs is something that you're gonna hear a Boston person say, bro. Yeah. And that's on dogs. You feel me? That's on dead dogs. That's on dead dogs, bro. You feel me?
I never heard that before.
And it's like what it essentially means is like you're telling the truth. It's like you're putting
it's like our version of like no cap.
Yeah, I got
Granted, this has been like a generational thing.
Okay. Yeah, this has been going on since Bobby Brown and New Edition was out type shit. Like,
that's crazy.
It's been around forever, like in the city.
Dead dogs.
So our question to you, bro, is you gotta let the people know something that they probably have never heard about you, bro, and you gotta put it on Dead Dog so we know it's real.
Right.
Yo, I'm gonna find a good one. I think, I'm like surprisingly good at credit, like fixing credit.
Oh, you on your credit with him? So okay. So y'all let my man spice up your credit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
So like, yeah, I got that figured out to get like 800 plus credit score.
Ooh.
And like understanding how credit cards work and like building your credit.
They ain't gonna be
okay, flex. Okay,
yeah.
You know, yo, bro. I need that subscription. Credit score. I need that subscription, bro.
Forget the songs.
Yo, but it's so random. But like watching YouTube videos, I just like, let me watch
Makes
one of
sense.
these. Yeah. Watch like 100.
That's fine. So that's on Dead Dogs?
That's on Dead Dogs.
Okay, so the credit score is over 800 on Dead Dogs. My dude.
That's fire.
No, man, so let everybody know where they can follow you, bro, if they don't already know, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely get up out of here. I know you got to get that work done.
Yo, absolutely. So at michaelbrun.com, MICHAELBRUN. So yeah, at Michael Brun, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything. And then the event tonight, BAYO, is at BAYO Haiti, AYITI.
And that accent, man. He 100% authentic, man.
But if you haven't been to these shows before, I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be footage from this and this for sure. But like, if you haven't been, you gotta come out, support all these artists. It's an incredible lineup. Like, it's to me, it's the best show. So you gotta check it out.
Bless, bro.
Yo, thank you.
Appreciate your time, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
You know what I'm saying? My guy Mike, man. Yo, bro, you wanna end it up, bro?
This is the Museum TV. I'm Chaka. I'm here with Noble.
Yes, sir.
Man. My man Michael, man, it's been amazing. We about to go to BAYO, man.
Like,
and if y'all know me in the city, y'all know I'm not one to like shy away from the party. So you know I'm about to go crazy. I'm gonna be up front,
good,
putting in work. So y'all gotta come back and check out the Museum TV. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment on this video.
Show the love. You already know we're Boston's premiere vlog.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? 8 years in, we keep rocking, you know what I'm saying, exhibiting these culture stories. This is an amazing story right here. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate bro inviting us out. He's about to go rock out the stage, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely keep up with us. My man Chaka. We'll catch up with y'all the next time, man.
We out.
My brother. Thank you. Yes, sir, man. Dope conversation, bro.
Absolutely.
Dope conversation.
Gang, I'd like to thank y'all for pulling up once again with the Museum TV. And you need to like, share, and comment, because we're going to keep exhibiting these stories, and you can find more right here.